if I had to just single out one thing, then I would say what made me so successful was hard work. Never, ever been afraid to work hard, and knew that the only way I would be able to get what I wanted in life was to work harder than anybody else. Whether I actually worked harder than anybody else, I can't validate that. But I know I went as far as I could push my body to work and do things and deliver the things that I wanted to deliver. And I couldn't count on anybody else to do it. I only knew I could count on myself. And I would do that. And in all my businesses, I led by example. And at least everybody that works with me knows that. They know my work ethic. So it automatically becomes infectious, and they have the same work ethic. These people just, you sleep underneath the desk, and you get up in the morning, you go back to work again. This is just, we built our companies this way. For me, the part was that I had a mission, and I had something that I had to finish. And I told you I had to save the world, and I figured I could do it from fitness. Because, you grow up, I grew up going up the streets, growing up in gangs, and barely, figuring out how to get to the next day. Because that's how I had to get to the next day, one way or another. I mean, I started delivering newspapers in the San Francisco Bay Area when I was in 3rd grade. Imagine an 8-year-old up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is, I still get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That has never changed since then. And folding newspapers and then getting on a bike and running out through the streets. So living in that life, and having fitness and sports saved my life, because there's no way I'd be dead or in jail like everybody I grew up with if it wasn't for sports and fitness. That gave me the passion to want to save the world, because it saved me. Okay? It changed everything about me. So now I had something to work hard for. So that's what I was getting at. So I put all that hard work behind that, and I never stopped working, for that goal. And a very grandiose goal, obviously, saving the world through fitness. And whether I ever absolutely do that or not, I'll never know, because I'll die trying. And that's that sort of commitment I made. So knowing that it's one thing to have goal and vision, but it's another thing to rely on other people to do it. I can't do it alone, so I need you. I need them, right? But I got to be in the fight. If I'm just sitting here at this desk, or I'm sitting here in my home, and they're out there working, and I'm yelling at them to work, I don't get it. First of all, that doesn't cut it for me. They got to see me out there. They got to see me with my sleeves rolled up. They got to see me put my boots on every morning. Kent, when he texts me at 4 in the morning, he's got to see an answer come back. Sure. So we communicate. We start at 4 o'clock in the morning to each other. When he's on the road, and we're back and forth. So I'm not telling you any of you need to do that, but I think if there's one thing that you need to hang on to, is that you working hard. And if you have something you're passionate about, you'll want to work hard for it. That's where that comes from. And then you're leading by example. And there's this infectious, attitude that everybody just picks up on. And then that starts to work. And now what you've done is you've gotten into this perpetuating cycle of hard work, success, and hard work and success. And everybody around you is hard work and success. Now your business is going like this. It's growing exponentially. You can never do that. It's not scalable by yourself. So you have to infect positively the other people around you in the same way. And the way you can do that is leading by example. So hard work. And on that note, to kind of prove that it's working a little bit, my favorite comment about my son, and was, I'm happy he's living his dream. He's a Division I football player and everything. But what his coach said, Eric Bieniemy, who is of course an ex-NFL guy and big time guy and everything else. He's his offensive coordinator. He said about Nelson. He said he's the hardest working kid on the team. So something went right, about that, because he works harder than anyone else. His nose is the grindstone. He goes after it. He's living, and that's his passion, is playing football. So he's working as hard as he can at it. And that's that. So success really is going to be around the hard work. And you heard the old saying a million times, and that is, a lot of luck got me here. Well, you know what? You'll come to find out, the harder you work, the luckier you get. And that's because you make your own luck. Trust me, there's no question about that. So I'd have to say that would be a passion and then hard work for it. Don't rely on anybody else. But build it with everybody else around you. And surround yourself with the right people. That's the other thing. But you see, that's what's going to happen. They're automatically going to be around you. The right people are going to be around you. If you're passionate and you're working hard for that goal, those same people are going to be attracted to you. And that's how you'll build your business.